Good afternoon. My name is Paschal, and I would like to discuss the traditional gender roles in households and families in America. Gender roles in households have been developed through years of socialization. However, aberrant gender roles in households, such as single-father households, have been evaluated for their origins in society and success within households through various research organizations. I grew up in a nuclear family setting, although it did have one very unique feature. My mother had more income than my father. This never bothered me, and still does not to this day. My father appeared to be more involved with my brother, and he was a part-time stay-at-home dad. Once my brother and I reached a certain age, I noticed he became less and less active. At a young age, my father would cook for the family. I saw this as a provision for the family and always appreciated him for putting food on the table. He never liked to see my mother stressed, so he would always support her and ensure she was alright, even if it meant doing unpleasant household chores. I valued his concern for my mother because it taught me to put others before yourself. As my father became older, he also became noticeably less and less active. My mother's stress from work began to grow as the years went by, and the house became more and more disorganized from lack of scheduled family cleaning. My father's role as a leader in the family did not appear as strong as it once was. It also became apparent that I saw less of my mother and more of my father throughout the day, but this never worried me. I noticed from my cousins and uncles that their father's roles in the family appeared to be more pronounced than my own father's. For example, my uncle's role as a leader seemed more pronounced than my father's in that the kids enjoyed more time with their own mothers. My father was less decisive than my own uncle's family, and this brought about a naturally cohesive household. This cohesiveness relates back to our ancestors' hunter-gatherer society. Because men were naturally placed in positions of hunting food, a provision of food was seen as leadership. Women would also gather food, but in terms of grains and fruits, which was actually more reliable than hunting. The ideas of hunter-gatherer societies shaped our world and our gender roles we see today. Today, what we see as a normal household is a mother and father with kids living under the same roof, bonded by marriage. The providers are both mother and father, and the father assumes a leadership role. The father is not a leader by commanding, but rather mediating and retaining order in the family. Guidance through provision and protection is the primary goal of the father. Mothers also provided for the family and cared for children. In most situations like this, the success of the family can be dependent upon the outcome of the child. In a modern sense, hunters would often be an employed father who would provide for his family. The mother also provides for her family through employment and caring for children. The success of the family consequently lies within the mother's hands, as the children will be the primary determinant for success. The father has more time to focus on his goals, yet the mother may have less time to focus on hers, and is greatly consumed by work and family life. In a non-nuclear setting, such as a single mother household, the chances of success within a family can be quite staggering. According to the Pew Research Center, women continue to bear a heavier burden when it comes to balancing work and family, despite progress in recent decades to bring about gender equality in the workplace. Analysis of government economic data suggests that most young female workers start their careers at near parity with men in wages. However, the analysis found women struggle to keep pace with men on this measure as they begin to juggle work and family life. The demands of work and family life are severe that careers of mothers are being stalled to care for their family members. The 2013 Pew Research Center survey found that among parents with at least some work experience, mothers with children under age 18 were about 3 times as likely as fathers to say that being a working parent made it harder for them to advance their job or career. Actually, women are much more likely than men to experience a variety of family-related career interruptions. About 4 in 10 working mothers, or about 42%, say that at some point in their working life they had reduced their hours in order to care for a child or other family member, while just 28% of working fathers say they had done the same. Almost as many working mothers say they had a significant amount of time off from work for one of these reasons, compared with about a quarter of working fathers. And mothers are more likely than fathers to say that they had quit their job to some point in their career because of family reasons, as by 27 to 10%. In a recent speech delivered by Hillary Clinton to 5,000 female workers in the technological field of Silicon Valley, the address was made towards challenging women to face workplace environments. She stated that when I was a young lawyer with kids, there was no family leave policy. Simple policies to support families with working parents have been established, yet 32% of families with children are single-parent families, with most moms and dads having no access to paid leave or flexible workspaces. On that note, you can see that women often face the struggles of family life and work life. Unfortunately, with balancing the two, there are often great trade-offs in raising kids and raising an income to provide for the family. On that note, women earn significantly less than men. As a matter of fact, women earn about 75% of the dollar a man earns. One of the causes to blame for this disparity is the discrete regions of our gender roles. Women who venture out in a predominantly male workforce are not as likely to end up to be in positions of authority or leadership as their male counterparts. Gender roles often label women as the passive or subordinate, while males are considered dominant. This archaic approach to gender roles in marriages needs a better form of cooperation, as it prevents women from achieving their full potential outside of the household and into the workforce. Until gender roles within households are redefined with the ideas of mutual respect between the two head members, gender roles in the nation cannot truly be changed. This repurposing should have certain aspects of both leader and supporter shared for a more cooperative household.